Hello and welcome to the next session of Creating Art Over 70 with signed Rufus. We're going to start to do face number 51 of 100. I want to do another charcoal piece. I'm really feeling charcoal right now. I'm trying to wrap my mind around another still life type subject for pastels to bring in some colors. I'm not feeling what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not feeling the urge to do a pastel portrait or face right now. I just want to concentrate on expressions with the charcoal when I'm doing the faces. Maybe somewhere down the line, I might do another pastel with excuse me, I had to pause it real quick. My little cat Maya brought in a bird into the house. I'm like, girl, she's always bringing something in that she's caught, and I don't want her to have those things in here, so I had to take that from her. Well, anyway, this is face 51 of 100, and I was saying that maybe later on I might do a pastel portrait. I just haven't really settled on one that I would really like to approach in color. So I'm gonna continue on doing some charcoal until I get the urge to do some more of the pastels. So anyway, this is face 51 of 100. Start by laying in line work. The willow is just a guide, and I always come with the charcoal pencil and lay in the line work that I want to use. So when I come over, once again and knock out the willow, it'll just fade and blend into the paper or just brush away. And on my portraits, I always start with the eyes. So what that does for me, it gives me a rooted foundation that I can work from. Tightened up some of the line work because I wanted to see a little bit more of the overall silhouette, and so I tightened up some of the line work, and I really went in and worked quite a bit, refining the detail around the eye. What I really want to do is try to focus on this eye so you can see how I bring it in. When I'm painting, I like to feel the I think it feels to me like the underlying muscle and the bone. I try to feel that as I paint. So those different plane changes, I really try to follow them. just did quite a bit of sculpturing, so I could try to put the eyes, the nose, and the cheeks in place, so then I can attempt to establish the mouth. that I've gotten the lips established, I'm going to continue on. And work in other parts of the composition. Now I'm going to start bringing in the darker values so that we can begin to see a little better contrast. And so then the forms will start to take shape. just trying to lay in some of the darker tonal value shapes. So the plan is to come in a little later. I mean, not to come in behind it and build on it to get more of the form. So I want to be able to try to really capture some of the shadows and the lighting to get the depth. I was gonna just not bother with doing the shirt portion and just let it be. But if I don't do something to it, it seems like it's just sitting there and the head is just sticking out. So I'm not gonna do a whole lot of detail in it, but I do need to bring some value into it, so there's somewhat of a contrast going on between it and the head itself, Gabriel's head. Okay, I think I'm going to stop this piece here. Gabriel, face number 52, charcoal painting. I worked in quite a bit of the detail. I believe I was able to share as much as I could. But anyway, I brought in some more of the darker values down here to give a little bit more contrast, because the shirt was just sitting there, and at first I wasn't going to do anything with it just because it's a facial piece and I was just kind of focusing on that. However, it didn't look complete. The contrast of the whole piece didn't look complete. So I went on and finished that in, laid that in also. This was an enjoyable piece. Hoping I did it justice. I think I got it. I think I got everything in there. I think I captured the expression. I was working heavily on trying to get all the textures in the skin and the teeth and the eyes. I was trying to get as much of it as I possibly could in this piece, and I enjoyed it immensely. So I think I'm going to do another charcoal piece after this one also, and actually another portrait. I haven't really settled in on a pastel piece as to what I'm going to do. What is the subject going to be? Still life or landscape or portrait? Probably not a portrait. I'm not for some reason I'm enjoying doing the portraits in black and white right now. I mean in charcoal right now. So we'll see how it goes down the road. But the next piece I want to do is incredible. I think I'm going to do a piece that encompasses actually two faces. So it'll be 53 and 54. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I haven't settled in on it yet. It was a toss between that piece and another piece as to which one I would actually do next. So I'll work out that in my head and move forward on it shortly. So anyway, this one's done. Let me go ahead and sign this. All right, there you go. Gabriel, a tennis friend of mine. Charcoal painting, face 52 of 100. Creating out of a 70 with Sign Rufus. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next project. Blessings.